Good morning, Cal Young. Today is Monday, March 30th, and the outside is open with social distancing, and the inside of the building is unfortunately closed. Um, may be like this for a while, who knows? But at least for now, the governor has ordered that Cal Young remain closed until April 28th. So here we are, and this week, the Cal Young staff is going to get together and have some conversations about what remote teaching and learning is like and should be like for our students and for our staff. Some of you may be wondering why we're not ready for it right now. Well, I think it really has more to do with the timeline. If you remember, somewhere around March 12th, we were told that actually it was a day or two after we were told that we weren't going to have school until April 1st. And at that point, we probably wouldn't have needed to get too serious about remote teaching and learning. But then sometime around the middle of the next week, so maybe around March 20th, a day or two before spring break started, we were told the timeline had been extended until April 28th. And then, if you factor in the fact that there was a spring break there, we just haven't had time to talk as a staff about how to produce remote teaching and learning in a way that students can access it, students like it, and it just doesn't overwhelm your whole day. So we need a little bit of time over the next couple of days to talk about that. We are going to be reaching out to kids. I did send out a survey to families on Friday that basically ask things like, do you have your iPad at home? Do you need a charger? Do you have wireless? Are there some other things you might need from the building? And what are the times that you could come? So we're going to use that information, and I have about 230 or so students who have responded. And then for those that haven't responded, we're going to make some phone calls. So please answer that survey as soon as you can so that we have the information we need to get you what you need to be ready for remote teaching and learning. I really hope all of you are well. We do miss you, and we miss that daily connection with you and talking to you about how things are going for you. This has hit all of us hard. Staying away from a place we spend a lot of time and sorry, that's my dog. If you hear something over there, all of us are dealing with that too. But none of us would have wished for this, and we really do miss our daily connection with you. So we hope you're well and that you're working through this okay. Sorry. We have, again, we're going to be messaging out very soon. So I would make sure that you have your iPad, you have it charged, that you know how to use Google Classroom, because that is probably going to be a way that we're sending a lot of information out and collecting a lot of information from you. But for today, if you have some time to do some things, I have some things that I think you could do that would be worthwhile. First, a math project you could do is to make a graph of the number of cases of coronavirus in our country from March 1st to March 30th. It'll be a growth curve that you may have seen growth curves like that before. Make sure you label the axis. Maybe the x-axis is number of cases of coronavirus in the United States, and then the x-axis would be the date, and the y-axis would be the number of cases. And make it colorful, make it look nice, be ready to share if your math teacher asks you to show that. A social studies language arts project you could do is just a simple writing response to what living through a pandemic is like for kids. There's actually a slate.com, slate.com article like that, and you could read through some of the entries Jenny Hoke, one of our social studies teachers in 8th grade, she has been reaching out to students to provide things like that. Some of our other teachers have also reached out to just ask, what has it been like for you? So just write 10 to 20 sentences about what your daily life has been like, and be ready to share. For science, there's a TED Ed, TED space Ed, like TED Education, a little video that's animated. It's only 4.5 minutes. It's called "How Do Vaccines Work?" You could just watch the little video, TED Ed, "How Do Vaccines Work?" and write about 5 sentences about what did you learn from that, and can you describe or model how a vaccine works? Because vaccines are of course, an important topic right now regarding how we might beat coronavirus in the future. Art and PE. Well, for art, you could draw an illustration that either represents your daily life, related to that social studies language arts connection, who of the people you've been around, or, what is a lasting memory from this time. Use some colored pencils, draw something out, be ready to share, what your life has been like over the last 3 weeks. Or if you want to do the science one, you could model out something about the vaccine video from TED Ed. Draw what it showed, or what you remembered from it, or just something kind of cool from the video that you want to share with others. Physical education. I'm a runner. I've stayed pretty physical over the break. But for you, I do sets of a dozen push-ups, maybe on your knees if just regular push-ups are too hard, and then a dozen sit-ups or crunches if sit-ups are too hard for you, and just go back and forth. A dozen push-ups, a dozen sit-ups. See how many you can do. If you can only do 1 set of each, that's fine. If you can do 4 or 5 sets, great, awesome job. Also, get outside and walk, jog, or run 2 miles. You can do that. If that's too far for a walk for you, you can cut it down to 1. But all of us should be getting some form of physical exercise, and hopefully we can do it when the sun is out and feels good for us. That's all for me today. Again, we'll be sending these messages out every day. Hopefully you can watch them at 9 o'clock to get used to the idea of the morning announcements. Be looking for teachers to message out this week. Be waiting for a phone call from us to organize things with you and get your appointment to come in and get things if you need to. Outside of that, have a great day. And those are the daily announcements. Bye.